Hey everybody, I want to talk about whose opinion should matter most in your life. And I know I haven't talked a lot about religion. I normally don't cover politics. But if you're a Christian, the number one voice that should matter, first and foremost, is God. Jesus, the Holy Spirit, whoever's tapping on your shoulder, and the angel or the devil. We're going to listen to the angel today. But I want to talk about whose opinion should be first and foremost in your life. And I'm telling you, being a Christian is it easy? I'm kind of a quiet person, so I would say for me it's pretty easy only because I kind of live a boring life. I don't do drugs, I don't drink. I just don't. It doesn't do anything for me. Never really has. I have birds. I live a very solitary life for the most part. And so being a Christian for me isn't difficult. God puts me in check when I'm not on when I'm my thoughts, when I'm feeling sorry for myself or I get frustrated, etc. I just have to pray. That's all there is to it. So for those of us who have estranged children, and they believe they are God. They believe they have the right to degrade you, negate, harm you, guilt you, shame you, etc., and say nasty things to you. I'm going to tell you right now, we as parents sometimes have allowed them to control our lives. And I just letting you know, and I wrote this down. The opinions of others that matter should come from people that have had your experience, not someone that is 30 years your junior who has just barely made it out of high school. I know when I was a kid, I said, "Oh, I know everything, and I'm going to tell you this, and I'll inform you about this, and whatever." And my voice was important. But as we all know, it's how limited we are when we're 12, 13, 18, 20. I joined the military at 18, and I was still a baby. I was still just a kid. And so we as parents, the first voice that should be imperative in your life is God. It's Jesus Christ. It's you don't believe me, read the Bible. It's full of hope. It's full of good news. It really is. God takes care of our kids. We just give our kids to God and let him manage it. We all have free will. If they come, if they don't, that's between them and God. But the first person that should be imperative in your life is God. You can laugh, you can mock if you have a certain faith, if you have a higher power. I'm just telling you what works for me. We need to take our power back. We need to put it in the hands of the person that is in charge of our lives, who controls our fate. I'm not saying the voices of your sons and daughters aren't important, but when they walk away, when they spew hatred, when they spew disgust, when they shame you, when they guilt you, when they mean you harm, when they take your grandchildren, when they blame you for every single thing that they say is going wrong in their life, that's when you need to shift. I'm telling you this to save you. I'm telling you this because that's what I had to do in order to survive parental estrangement. These kids can say what they want. There was someone in a parental estrangement group. It's being run by estranged kids now, and she said, I just hate you boomers or you X Factors or whatever they call us. I don't even know. Y'all think you're right. So this is not even an estranged son or daughter, because this is a person who supposedly loves her parents, but wants to punish the rest of us around her parents' age. How does that even make sense? So, anyways, first is God, second is you. God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit. Then is you. Then is your spouse or your significant other. And then everyone else who loves and supports you. If your children can't do that, their voice needs to be silenced. You have to block them. You have to remove them from your phone. You give them the number of your best friend. It's if you want to get hold of me, you call my best friend. There's no line here anymore. The line that it's the chain. I'm cutting this chain. You don't have access to me anymore. If you do not mean me well, and you cannot love me from afar and pray for me and wish me well in my life, even if we're not in a relationship, we are not doing this anymore. So, anyways, God first, then you, then your spouse, and then everyone else who loves you. And if your children don't do that, then that's it. Silence them. That's all there is to it. And I'll be back.